vampire, Dracula, or blood-sucking creatures. These are the names which we love to talk about, and we love to watch them on our screens.
This one we fight, this one we face.
The popularity of this concept has generated countless movies, series, and books. Even Hollywood has made a lot of films on the same pitch. Some of them are good and some of them are not. That's why the Cine Wizard has solved this problem by ranking the top 10 vampire films of all time. So without further ado, let's get down to this list. At number 10, we got Fright Night. This American horror film is an 80s classic vampire film. Directed and written by Tom Holland, this horror film features Kit Saranton, William Ragsdale, and Amanda Beers in the lead roles. It follows a young boy who discovers his next-door neighbor is a vampire. To kill the monster, he seeks help from a TV star who plays a vampire killer in his shows. Then both team up to kill the vampire who is feeding on human blood. The film met with a positive response for its direction and music, but received criticism for the storyline. It grossed over $24 million against a budget of $9.5 million.
Something horrifying, something unspeakably evil. No one believes you.
Mom, I didn't have a nightmare.
At number 9, we got Vampires. John Carpenter is one of the greatest masters of the horror genre.
Have you ever seen a vampire?
His work in the horror category is simply brilliant, and this independent horror film is part of that brilliance. Released in 1998, Vampires is a horror film written by John Stickley. It follows a group of vampire hunters who went on a special mission to kill Valak, the most powerful vampire of all time. It stars James Woods and Daniel Baldwin in the lead roles. It performed modestly at the box office, but later it became a cult classic vampire film.
James Woods.
At number 8, we got Thirst. Thirst is a fabulous Korean horror film directed by Park Chan-wook.
파이어는 어떻게 해서든
우리 둘 다 지옥 가요.
It was released in 2009 and stars Song Kang-ho and Kim Ok-bin in the major roles. Its plot is based on a priest who turns into a vampire after a failed medical experiment. Song Kang played the title character of a Catholic priest. It received positive reviews for its musical score, theme, and performance of cast members. It won the jury prize in 2009 at Cannes Film Festival and also received many accolades. It is one of the greatest Korean horror film based on the vampire's pitch. At number 7, we got From Dusk Till Dawn. Another brilliant and amazing vampire-based film was released in 1996.
Of America's most dangerous criminals have taken hostages.
It was directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Oscar winner Quentin Tarantino, who also played a major role in it. The film follows two brothers who, after a bank robbery, stopped at a strip joint. But unknown to them, this strip joint is a vampire's nest hunting human blood. Apart from Quentin, it features George Clooney, Salma Hayek, and Harvey Keitel in the major cast. It was a critical and commercial success and received good reviews for its storyline. It earned more than $59 million at the box office against a production budget of $19 million.
One night is all that stands between them and freedom.
At number 6, we got The Lost Boys. This is another 80s cult classic horror film that revolves around a bunch of vampires and vampire hunters. It follows a single mother who moves to a new town with her two teenage sons. But the town is filled with vampires and vampire hunters who are in a deadly conflict. Soon both brothers are stuck in this conflict and face different threats along the way. Joel Schumacher gave its direction while Janice Fisher wrote its screenplay.
When a vampire buys it, it's never a pretty sight.
It has an ensemble cast including names like Keith Sutherland, Corey Haim, and Jason Patric, alongside Jamie Gertz in the lead roles. It gained favorable reviews and also became a commercial success upon its release. At number 5, we got Only Lovers Left Alive, an eccentric vampire film. This film is a mixture of drama, comedy, and romance involving two vampires. Released in 2013, this film was a co-production between UK and Germany. Written and directed by Jim Jarmusch, it follows a vampire who laments about society's fall down. But his relationship with his vampire wife is tested when her sister arrives at their house. It has Tom Hiddleston, Tilda Swinton, and Mia Wasikowska as the major characters. It was a moderate success in terms of revenue, but gained praise for its plot and cinematography.
My sister's looking for us.
Shouldn't she be sleeping in a coffin somewhere?
I'm really, really hungry.
Could you smell it all the way from LA?
We're gonna have so much fun together.
At number 4, we got What We Do in the Shadows. Taika Waititi is a household name in the filmmaking business. His talent is visible in this horror comedy mockumentary film released in 2015.
Vampires and they fled. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of tension.
Taika co-wrote and co-directed this film along with Jermaine Clement. Both these gentlemen also starred in this movie alongside Jonathan Bruff and Ben Freshman. Being a mockumentary, the film follows 4 vampires living in a flat. The film shows their adventures as they try to connect with modern technology and society. It was a huge commercial and critical success upon its release. It earned $7.3 million despite being made with a budget of $1.6 million.
We need some fresh blood.
Hi, my name is Nick. I've been a vampire for 2 months.
At number 3, we got Interview with the Vampire. This American gothic horror film is a unique approach to the vampire niche. It is based on a novel of the same name by Anne Rice, who also wrote its screenplay.
And then he took the light of day.
Starring Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and Kristen Dunst in the lead roles. It was directed by Neil Jordan. The film is based on a life of a vampire from the moment he is transformed by another vampire. Upon its release, it became a huge critical success and earned many accolades, including 2 Oscar nominations.
You're a vampire who never knew what life was until it ran out in a red gush over your lips.
It grossed over $223.7 million against a budget of $60 million. At number 2, we got Bram Stoker's Dracula. Francis Ford Coppola, the Academy Award-winning director, made this incredible gothic horror film in 1992.
Oceans of time to find you.
Dracula.
Based on Bram Stoker's novel, this film revolves around Count Dracula as he finds the reincarnation of his beloved wife. Gray Oldman played the titular character of Dracula, while Winona Ryder portrayed the character of his wife. Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves, and Richard E. Grant are cast in the supporting roles. This classic Dracula film was praised by critics for its direction, costume, and makeup style. It won 3 Oscars, including 1 for Best Sound Effects.
Take me away from all this death.
At number 1, we got Let the Right One In. At the top of our list is the Swedish romantic horror film released in 2008. Based on a novel, this vampire film is directed by Thomas Alfredson, who did an amazing job. It stars Keir Hardebrandt and Lena Lee Anderson in the lead roles. The film follows a 12-year-old boy who becomes a friend with his mysterious neighbor, a girl with a secret identity. It grossed over $11 million against a budget of $4.5 million. It was a critical success and earned many national and international awards, including a BAFTA nomination for the Best Non-English Film. A remake, Let Me In, was released and was directed by Matt Reeves. So, which film from this list have you already watched? And which one is your favorite vampire film? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to the Cine Wizard for more cinematic content.